Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. Now, I'm not telling you to sell your link in any way. I'm actually going to start this video with my own post, and I've been getting a lot of shit from this. People DMing me, come on bro, you know Link's going to $1,000. I'm not so sure of that. I don't know if Link even has a future in it, because I don't think Swift has a future in it. And I think Ripple and XRP is absolutely the future. So the path I have always seen for XRP to reach $589 was through capturing more and more business away from Swift. And it seems that it is already happening. The reason I'm selling my link for more XRP is because I wouldn't bet on an antique car, 50-year-old Swift system in a race with a Ferrari, RippleNet, and XRP. Ripple has a growing track record with banks worldwide, and I believe in the future of XRP. But if you believe in Link, continue to hold it. That's your choice. I put a lot of thoughts into things I do, especially around crypto. And like I said, I bought Link very cheap. It's sitting at $10 right now. But I think it's time for me to sell it. Buy up some QNT and buy up some XRP. Once again. But people will argue with me, but that's my choice, you know, and I put that out there because it makes sense to me. So XRP, $34,603. Once again, the price of XRP is glitching. And a lot of people say that's test runs for XRP. We're going to have to wait and see what happens around that, because these glitches have been happening ever since I bought my first XRP. And it's nice to see it happening. I just hope one day it glitches up like that and stays there. I am here holding till every bank transaction runs through CBDCs and Ripple's XRP solution as a bridge. That's what XRP is designed for, and believe me, 99% of all holders will sell before we reach its full potential. And you know, that is absolutely true. A lot of people will not be here when XRP hits its full potential. And I think that's going to happen over the course of the next 2 to 5 years. Things are moving very fast around CBDCs. Look what's going on with tokenization as well. Plus carbon credits, you got to factor that in. But you know, a lot of people are going to sell along the way, and a lot of people are going to regret selling. This next run-up, I think, is going to be a lot different than previous run-ups. I think we're going to see utility kick in, finally. XRP on the 8th and 9th of November. People are expecting a major, massive green candle to show up. I think some of that is based on maybe a settlement happening with the SEC. People will definitely buy in the night before the big meeting between Ripple and the SEC. People will buy the hype and then sell the news the next day. We're going to have to wait and see what happens around that as well. Like I said in multiple videos, I never put much thought into dates anymore, because these dates come and go and nothing happens. I don't want to hype you up for something just to see you get frustrated later. XRP, fam, read this until the end. This comes from Crypto Assets Guy, and I honestly like this post because it puts in perspective the way most people think. In this world, there are many opportunities to become wealthy: going to college and finding a nice job, becoming a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer, artist, singer, or pilot, opening a restaurant, store, or business. Let me stop right there for 1 second. I own a small business, and let me tell you, it's getting rougher and rougher to be a small business owner in the United States. But when I'm doing my work throughout the day, my mind is always on crypto and what I'm going to talk about when I make a video, because I'm talking to all of you that hold XRP. And I want to share my thoughts on a daily basis. That was another reason I started this channel. investing in stocks and real estate. Now, stocks, that's a rigged system. If you don't have a lot of money, you're not going to make a lot of money because the system is rigged against you. That's what I like about crypto. Importing and exporting goods, becoming an influencer, inheriting, marrying someone rich, you name it. However, I did something different, accumulating XRP since 5 years ago until it reaches double digits. I trust the process. I chose because I have done my research. 5 years accumulating a one-of-a-kind digital asset will result in my financial freedom. I know many of you have been doing the same. The financial world is about to have important upgrades, and XRP will play a key role. We are going to make it. And I think every one of you have the ability to make it. All you have to do now is nothing. Just stay patient. We are almost at the finish line. We're almost ready to quit our 9-to-5s. UK passes bill to enable authorities to seize Bitcoin used for crimes. And you know, the UK is saying the same exact thing that the US is saying right now. You know, look at all the crime that's going on, utilizing crypto, money laundering, drug dealing, funding terrorism. You know why they're creating that narrative? Because it's almost time for global crypto regulations to be put in place. First comes the narrative, later will come regulations. Now take a listen to what David Schwartz says, because he calls Bitcoin maxis people that don't want to see innovation.
That, you know, if people in this space are anti-innovation, I think they're in the wrong. I think they're in the wrong space. I mean, come on. You know, what made Bitcoin interesting was people were saying, like, don't use the legacy technologies that enrich, you know, like the establishment. Here's this cool thing, Bitcoin. To see people like in the Bitcoin space who are like, don't use these cool new technologies, but, you know, use Bitcoin, which enriches like the miners and the people who hold Bitcoin. Like, come on, they've got a financial motive to do that, and they're anti-innovation. And if you see that, I will push back on that.
I think it's great that David Schwartz called out the Bitcoin maxis. And, you know, he is right. Everybody in this space should want to see innovation grow and expand. And we're seeing that happen through these ISO cryptocurrencies. The biggest problem Bitcoin maxis have is they know that at some point, XRP is going to leave Bitcoin behind. Notice how she said, asking the DOJ to finish its investigation, open since at least July 26. Timing is everything. To the ark, nobody survives the flood. So you see, for the blind people in this space, XRP, close to regulatory clarity, Tether, which props up 99% of shitcoins, is about to take on water. Hope you all know how to get to the ark, XRP. And this is coming from Senator Cynthia Loomis. When it comes to illicit finance, crypto is not the enemy. Bad actors are. I sent a letter asking the Department of Justice to finish its investigation and consider criminal charges against Binance and Tether after reports they served as intermediaries for Hamas and engaged in illicit activities. Things are about to get really crazy around Tether. Legendary shit. Vail said it. Often imitate it, never duplicate it. Now hear them say Bitcoin, last gasp. Those exact words. This came over on CNBC.
And what are people saying about whether this is just the last gasp of a...
I think we're going to see the last gasp of Bitcoin. Then utility is going to kick in. I think this next run-up is going to be a lot different than what most people are predicting. And you got to be prepared. You are about to get very rich. So what about Ethereum? Associate Professor, UCL. Ethereum can soon lose to XRP Ledger for token swaps because of high gas fees. Take a listen to what she says here.
Personal experience as well. Well, we know there was this DeFi summer period when the gas fee on Ethereum was just too high, intimidatingly high, such that sometimes a swap wouldn't, if it's not of sufficiently large scale, it would just not make sense.
you see how people look at Ethereum anymore? I think Ethereum is also going to start to fall apart over time. I still think once Gary is gone out of the SEC, whoever takes over next is definitely going to take a good look at Ethereum. I think that's an easy win for the SEC. And what's going on with the debt clock? Now they're talking about CBDCs. I'll take a medium twist cone. I'm sorry, but we don't accept cash. Okay, fine. I will beam it to you. I'm sorry, sir, but your purchase is coming up declined on our side. That's impossible. I've got plenty of money in my account. I'm sure, but I see a special code, 186. There must be some mistake. No, sir. It means that you're not allowed to buy anything of a sustainable or satisfying nature. Shucks, I guess that means no more crypto loading or silver stacking. It looks like maybe they're giving us a small warning around a CBDC. Or maybe they're showing us what's in store in the future. Setting the record straight after a week of misleading and outright false statements about Hamas and Bitcoin. You know, Warren's bill, it only has one thing in mind. It's to crush crypto. That's her whole objective. She's working for the big banks. How do you think she got so rich? Her job doesn't pay her that kind of money. So Warren's bill, the Digital Asset Anti-Money Laundering Act, aims to solve a problem that no one has. That would classify nearly all crypto industry participants, from wallet providers to miners to validators, as financial institutions, subjecting them to the onerous compliance regime of the Bank Secrecy Act. Under this bill, a teenager running a Bitcoin mining rig in his basement could be subject to the same compliance burdens as JP Morgan Chase and Goldman Sachs. But wallet providers, miners, and validators are not banks. They do not hold custody of assets. They certainly should not be collecting or storing the sensitive personal financial information of individual users of an asset. They merely provide infrastructure, the open source software and computing power to help secure the network, much like Microsoft, which also supplies a lot of software and cybersecurity products to financial institutions. They are not financial institutions. It would be impossible for the industry to comply with Warren's requirements, and she knows this. The point of her bill is not to improve national security or stop money laundering, but to kill digital asset innovation. Her bill needs to be stopped. Hopefully 2024 brings a whole new regime into this White House. Hopefully a crypto-friendly regime. People who want to see innovation strive and grow inside the United States. Hopefully people that want to see crypto excel inside the United States. You know, as long as you try to crush something, more and more people are going to want it. More and more people will buy crypto just because Elizabeth Warren doesn't want you to have it. She also doesn't want me or you to get rich. She wants us out of crypto for good. She thinks it's way too important for me and you to be holding it. Because if it's going to grow and strive in the United States, it should only be in the hands of the U.S. government and employees of the U.S. government. They want to keep getting rich and they want to keep me and you poor. That's what it comes down to. The same reason we see the IRS. They want to come after those taxes that you're going to owe once you cash out of some of your crypto. You know, if we had a country that actually put money to good use, I wouldn't have such a big problem paying taxes. But then you drive down the road and there's potholes everywhere. Then you go to a major city and you look at the crime and the homeless population. Why don't they put some money into that? But instead, they're only concerned about other countries right now. They're only concerned about their big banker friends. They want to keep getting rich and they want to keep me and you poor. Until everything comes together around XRP, You got to stay patient and stay positive. Do not get shaken out now. Now's the time. You want to hold on to your XRP for dear life. It's the one thing that will set you financially free. Let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.